My sister insulted my husband at my own wedding and spent her life thinking that all I have should have been hers. But her own greed brought her down. My sister Camille decided a long time ago that good things were meant for her and not for me. We grew up in the same house with the same parents, but she moved through life like she had been promised something the rest of us had not, and any success that came my way was evidence that the universe had made a clerical error. When I got a scholarship, she said the school was being charitable. When I landed my first real job, she said anyone could have gotten it. So when I married Julian, who was wealthy and kind and easy to look at, Camille could not stand it, because in her mind that life had always been reserved for her. She did not bother hiding it. At my engagement dinner, she told the table that Julian had clearly lowered his standards and that a man with his money usually ended up with someone more impressive. She smiled when she said it so everyone could decide it was a joke. At the wedding, she cornered Julian near the bar and told him it was not too late to trade up. When he walked away, she found me and said he was probably just being polite to the bride's family. For the first 2 years of my marriage, Camille treated my home like a store she had a standing account at. She borrowed jewelry and kept it. She asked Julian for loans she never mentioned repaying and got offended when I brought it up. When Julian gave her a generous birthday gift, she complained to our mother that a man with more taste would have done better. She told relatives I had gotten lucky, that I did not fit Julian's world, and that she would have known how to properly enjoy his money. Through all of it, she maintained a boyfriend named Sam, a quiet, steady man who adored her, fixed her car, drove 2 hours to bring her soup when she was sick, and asked her to marry him twice. Camille kept Sam around only as long as he was useful, certain she would replace him the moment something better appeared. She told me more than once that Sam was just for now, that she was holding out for someone on Julian's level, and that she refused to settle the way she believed I had. The more she talked, the clearer her weakness became. Camille could not turn down a richer option no matter what it cost her, because she genuinely believed wealth was owed to her, and that any wealthy man would obviously choose her if given the chance. So I gave her a richer option to chase. Julian had a best friend named Theo, who was real, who was even wealthier than Julian, and who had just ended a long relationship. None of that was a secret. What I did was talk about Theo in front of Camille, warmly and often. I mentioned he was coming to stay at our lake house for the whole summer. I mentioned he was finally looking to settle down. I mentioned how handsome he was, and how much his family had, and then I let my sister's imagination do the rest. I never said Theo wanted to meet her. I never told her he had asked about her. I only ever spoke about a single, wealthy, available man within reach, and Camille heard exactly what her greed wanted to hear. She moved fast, the way I knew she would. She broke up with Sam over the phone, telling him she had outgrown him, and that he should be grateful for the time she had given him. She quit her steady job so she could spend the summer at the lake. She put a designer wardrobe on 3 credit cards so she would look like she belonged in Theo's world. She told the whole family she was about to be engaged to a man who made Julian look ordinary, and that they would finally see what she had always deserved. She arrived at the lake house with 4 suitcases and a plan, threw herself at Theo from the first evening, laughed too hard at everything he said, touched his arm, talked about the future like it was already decided. Theo, who was polite but not foolish, saw exactly what she was within a week. He was kind to her because he was kind to everyone, and that kindness was the only signal she heard. By the end of the month, his ex had come back into the picture, and he left the lake house early to be with the woman he actually loved, thanking us for the visit and barely remembering my sister's name. Camille had quit her job for a summer that was over. She had maxed 3 cards on clothes she had nowhere to wear, and she had thrown away the one person who had ever truly wanted her because she was certain something better was owed to her. She came to me furious, demanding to know why I had dangled Theo in front of her, and I reminded her that I had never said a single word about Theo wanting her, that I had only mentioned my husband's friend was visiting, and that she had decided all the rest herself. She had no answer because all of it was true. Sam, meanwhile, did just fine. Within the year, he was with a woman who actually saw what he was worth.